We're going to keep it moving along. The next person who's coming up, I know a bunch of you guys came out to see him. He's got a couple of first names going for himself. He's a local guy, another local guy who's very funny. I saw him perform at the Tickle Me Tuesday show in Allentown. That show is every other Tuesday, and that show is a result of comedians who go to the Tickle Me Tuesday tryouts, which is at the Bethlehem Brewworks in Bethlehem. Okay, if you guys remember, the old Norris building is down there. Okay, so be sure to check that out every Sunday night. There's lots of comedy in the Lehigh Valley. Wisecrackers is not the only joint in town anymore. That's another good one, though, too. Please come here. You like that? I'm being nice just in case if they sent a spy or something like that tonight. But the next person coming out, he's very, very funny. I like him a lot. He was just here a couple weeks ago rehearsing with us, and I said, hey, you're on. So I want you to put your hands together for a really great guy. His name is Michael. Come on, right on.
Everybody I know on the planet is here tonight. And police, just to make sure I stay on my best behavior. I really didn't know they were cops. I thought the Rogaine Deniers Convention was in town. And there in the back, we got Serge Tankian from System of a Down. He's up at the bar. Everybody give it up for Serge. Hey! That's my buddy Ed back there. I figure it's a lot easier for me if I just fill the place with friends and family. They feel obliged to laugh whether I'm fucking funny or not. But I thank you all for coming here tonight. You know, Northampton, kind of a safe bet. It's a very white town. I was here 2 weeks ago, as Angelo said, for a rehearsal, and actually a black man came in and scared the entire audience out of the place. I don't know what they were afraid of, because he was whiter than me. The guy had red hair, okay? I guess he was the only one they let in Northampton except for Doug. Well, anyway, you heard Angelo introduce me. My name's Michael. The reason that they call me that is because that's what I answered to until I was 5 years old. People would say, what's your name, little boy? I'd go, Michael. Because that's all I ever heard my mother call me was, Michael! Stop running in the house. Michael, put your sister down. Michael, where are you going with that cat? Since we didn't own a cat, you could understand her concern. You know, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, my dad's a military man. He's a decorated Vietnam veteran. He spent 35 years working for Uncle Sam. The guy's an airplane pilot. He's a ship captain. And he's got 2 master's degrees. This is a type A+ personality, right? That must be like male pattern baldness. It skips a generation. I'm up here telling jokes. But at least I got the hair. Dad might be smart and rich, live on an island in Florida, but he's bald as Ned. I'm sure you guys can relate. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's good to be here tonight in Northampton. Anybody, we have any hunters out there in the audience? Any hunters? Yeah. Hunters, give it up for the hunters out there. I'll tell you what, I do not understand camouflage, though. What the fuck is with camouflage? I mean, the premise behind this is you're going to dress yourself up like a bush, and you're going to go hide in the animal's living room, right? Isn't that the woods? The woods is the animal's living room. Like, you wouldn't notice a fucking wild boar if it strapped an ottoman to its ass and hid in the corner of your living room? I mean, really, I don't care how how still that motherfucker sat. I don't care how much boar scent neutralizer he sprayed on himself. You still notice a fucking wild boar in your living room. What the fuck is with camouflage underwear? Unless you're gonna fuck that turkey to death, what the hell do you need camouflage underwear for? I don't understand. I don't know what to think. Oh, yeah. I love hunters, I do. I love to fish. I'm not that much of a hunter, I'm a big fisherman. I love to fish. My wife, however, loves to shop. In fact, she has a black belt in shop keto, okay? You need some hot fucking present a week before Christmas? Let me know. My wife will get it for you at retail. She takes pride in this. She's honed her skills. She's a samurai of shopping. But honestly, as far as fishing goes, I cast a fishing line in apartment complex drainage ditches and caught fish there. I wouldn't eat the motherfuckers, but I caught them. Fishing, honestly, I can say it. I love it, and I'm good at it. It's one of my top 3 favorite things to do in life. Really, it is. You know what, like pizza, fishing, and sex all have in common? Even when it's bad, it's still pretty fucking good. And that also pretty much covers my top 3 favorite things to do. Coincidental there. Anybody out there got kids in college? Kids in college, anybody? Yeah! Alright, so you'll be able to relate. All 3 of my kids either just graduated or they're in college. I'm really proud of them. They all got scholarships. They were all on the dean's list, graduated top of their classes. I'm extraordinarily proud of my children. Give it up for my kids. It must be that type A personality thing skipping a fucking generation again. It's going to suck for my 2 daughters when they go bald, though. I love this place. I'm a little bit pissed off, though, tonight. When I was here and rehearsed, it was under false pretenses. I thought I was going to be able to be up here like a cut-rate Ron White, smoking, big cigar. I was up here practicing. I had my cigar here, my ashtray, so I'm just a Kmart Ron White with a beer and no cigar tonight. I can't say a blue-collar Ron White. That'd be a trademark infringement. Good heavens, I don't want to do that. I was reading the news the other day, and I read a news report that Labrador retrievers can actually detect the odor of colon cancer in your stool. They were 95 to 98% accurate in smelling cancer cells in human stool. Honest to God. I don't know what I'm more afraid of, though. That long, hard endoscope or that cold, wet nose stuck in my ass? You know what, though? You don't have to go to the lab. The lab comes to you. Here, Max. That test only cost 3 sausages. I love that. I recently spent some time in the hospital, almost a week. Not going to bore you with the gory details, but I was in St. Luke's Hospital, and it's a really nice facility. If you have to be facing an incurable disease, that's the place I recommend you go. But anyway, the people are so nice. It's unbelievable. The last time I was in the hospital was 1971. 40 freaking years ago. In an army hospital in Germany. I shared a room with 7 other kids. There was no TV. The bathroom was down the hall, and a male orderly stole my comic books. That was my first hospital experience. So no wonder it was 40 years till I fucking went back, okay? But fast forward to the 21st century, I was in St. Luke's in a beautiful private room with a big screen TV, almost a gourmet menu, I'm not kidding you. The food was awesome. And the people in there were the nicest. It was an all-female staff. And for some reason, all the women that I dealt with were hot. I can't lie. They were all good-looking women and very professional and nice. So, they wake you up at all hours of the night for tests and this and that. 5 o'clock in the morning. awakened by this softly accented voice. Mr. Solomon, Mr. Solomon. Open my eyes. Mr. Solomon, we have to draw some blood. I opened my eyes to the most beautiful Jamaican nurse I have ever seen. She had a complexion like honey, beautiful long curly hair, and just the nicest woman you ever met. She drew the blood, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, sweetheart? You can suck any bodily fluid out of me you want. Don't stop at the blood. But as she was finishing up and ready to leave the room, she says, Mr. Solomon, is there anything else I can get for you? I said, well, I could use a sponge bath. She says, no problem, man. I send Raymond right in. No, thank you. I'm good. You know, I'll use some of these wet wipes. We'll be fine. Over the course of the last year, I lost 80 pounds and kept it off. Give it up for that. I was 370 pounds. 370. I'm 290. I feel better. But that's still pretty fucking big, isn't it? It's basically the difference in size between an African and an Indian elephant. You're still an elephant. Only other members of the herd notice. But I actually realized today that I weigh the same as I did in elementary school. If you add up all 6 years. One other thing I learned, when you're this fucking big and you go to a friend's house, stay off the wicker furniture. Unless you don't like your buddy's wife, then head for that wicker and watch her face. She's like, no, he's going for the wicker! Oh no! And I've learned to spot IKEA furniture from a mile away. It ain't no fucking stronger, let me tell you. Well, you know, you heard the other comics up here, Maddie and Matthew. Both of them are young guys talking about dating and relationships. I got fucking shoes in my closet that are older than these two fucking guys, okay? I can't talk to you about dating and relationships, but I can talk to you about marriage. I've been married almost 25 years. That's like 125 Kardashian years, you know? But like I said, my wife loves to shop, and I love to fish. So when she wants to go shopping, I drag her to Cabela's. I've learned to compromise. It's great being married. I love it. I'll tell you, I wish my wife was here tonight. She foolishly scheduled a family meeting with her brother and sister talking about family finances. And I said to her, you just didn't want to come tonight. That's why you did that. Yeah, she's just sitting at home just sour as a grape. So I wish she was here. She's my biggest supporter in all this nonsense. But, all right. That completely threw me off track. Thinking of my wife. But anyway, in the 25 years that I've been married, I've learned that there's some secrets to marriage. Along with compromise, obviously. Anybody who's married out there knows that's the first thing you learn. You will compromise. The wedding is nothing but an exercise in compromise. Because you want to like go to Vegas, get shit-faced drunk, go to a drive-through wedding chapel, and get married by an Elvis impersonator. And your wife wants like imported gardenias from Polynesia. And like, you know, Hawaiian girls throwing rose petals down the aisle. So right away you know, you're getting married, you're fucking compromising, okay? But one of the secrets I've learned in 25 years of marriage is what are the real secrets to a happy marriage? And a lot of people talk about communication. That's important to a marriage, isn't it? Cops, you're all married, right? Your wife say you don't talk enough because you're told not to volunteer information in court. You only ask what's questioned of you. You only answer with the minimum terms, right? Isn't that right? Am I right? I bet your wife's taking up all the time. Am I right, women? Yes, I know I'm right. All right. I'm the same way. Because I'm a local prosecutor in Allentown, full time. That's what I do. Not a cop, I'm a prosecutor. But anyway, my wife says the same thing. You don't talk. I said, you don't ask the right questions. Sorry. Yeah, cops are laughing. It's a cop joke. Alright. So anyway, let me get back to it. Alright, it's not communication. Everybody fucking knows you have to communicate. Trust. That goes without saying. If you don't trust each other, you never be together, right? Financial security. That helps. But that is not the secret to a happy marriage. The secret to a happy marriage is blowjobs. And lots of them. Ladies and men, suck your man off. And you'll be amazed at what he will do for you. I myself rearranged the furniture in the entire house and shampooed the carpets from the first floor to the third floor behind 2 blowjobs and a tug off in the shower. Okay? Try it. You'll be amazed. I guess I'm not getting laid for weeks if my wife hears about this. Alright, let me get back up here. Enough about marriage. The quagmire that it is. Wait, you guys, you're next in the box, so don't laugh. So I was telling you I was in the hospital. I'll tell you what. Those nurses must own stock in 3M. Because they must have used 3 freaking rolls of tape on me in the 3 days that I was in there. I mean, I swear to God, every time I turn around, oh, Mr. Solomon, this is going to hurt. Like, after the 50th fucking piece you rip off of me, it don't hurt me. I'm numb, okay? I don't care. They actually had to do a procedure where they put a scope in the place where it's not supposed to go to look at what's going on inside. Yeah. And then they left it in there. I woke up and I looked down. And I went, where'd you go? Oh, shit, there you are. And what's sticking out of you? Holy shit. I said to the nurse, I said, you wrapped a piece of tape completely around my unit. All the way around. What happens when I wake up in the morning with Woody? She goes, you ain't gonna. Don't worry about it. All that stuff we stuck in there, you're lucky if it comes back to life in a month. When I got out of the hospital, that was the first thing I wanted to do. I don't want a home-cooked meal. I don't want to shower. I wanted to make sure little Mike was still working. So the first time it was like real tender. I'm like, ooh, it was like the first time. Like I just met him. I'm courting him. I'm like, yeah, little buddy. Oh, you're awake, thank God. He looked up and he was like, fuck you. What you did to me. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it was weeks till he would even, like, respond to any kind of overtures. Alright, before I get off the stage, I gotta give it up have you guys give a big hand to one of my friends, Joe. He came in tonight. It's his birthday today. His wife asked him what he would do for his birthday. He said, I want to come up here and see Mike. I don't think he said I want to come up here and see Mike and get abused by Mike, but that's about what's going to happen. Joe, are you Italian, Joe? Yeah. Yeah? Your last name? Is that Italian for small dick? No, I'm just kidding. Mayor says you're more than adequate. But Joe's a biker. If you see his buddy next to him, I mean, Joe looks kind of bikerish. You know, he's wearing a disguise, the flyer shirt is very off. His buddy next to him, you can tell, the man's a biker. He's tattooed from head to toe. He's got hair longer than mine. He's probably got, whatever. I'm not going to say anymore. He's sitting next to the cops. But let me get this straight. There's 2 kinds of bikers, right? 2 kinds. There's those that have laid down their bike and those that will lay down their bike. Is that right?
Pretty much.
So which category do you fall into, Joe?
I I've already been down.
Oh, and you did a face plant too, didn't you? Oh, damn. That sucks. You know, honestly, people say that I kind of look like a biker, I should be a bouncer in a biker bar or something. I actually thought about becoming a biker. Until I found out about all the club rules and regs. It's like, I don't want to join an outlaw bike club to follow the fucking rules. Like that. Well, I'm getting ready to wrap it up here tonight. I want to thank you all for coming out again. And fellow coming up after me, Doug McKizzle, you're lucky to catch him here tonight before he hits the big time. He's fresh off of his first New York City Broadway Comedy Club appearance. You're going to be seeing more of this guy. Remember the name, Doug McKizzle. And you know, on the day Doug was born, the doctors brought this beautiful little man-child to his mother and handed this beautiful baby to Mrs. McKizzle. And Mrs. McKizzle looked at him and said, "That's one beautiful young man." She said, "With a last name like McKizzle, I'm not going to name him LaJuan or Hussein. I'm going to name him Douglas." That's all I got for tonight, folks. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out.
Michael, everybody.